Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Lawrence Easter service. Happy Easter, y'all. And when I was originally asked to do this service, it was before all of the things that were happening in our world right now to keep us physically apart. And originally there was going to be a Unity of Lawrence Easter choir. But we're still going to do that choir today because you are welcome to sing along with me on some of the songs that you know. And we are going to make a joyful noise today, y'all. So, everybody take a deep breath. It is Easter. It is a day to celebrate, and we are all connected and together. So let's do some singing. All right, here we go. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. You know, my God is so good to me. Every day, in every way, God is so good. I said every day, in every way, God is so good. And when I take the time to praise the Spirit, God is so good. You know my God is so good to me. Well, I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Well, I am feeling good in my soul. God is so good. Oh, my God is so good to me. And in my time of trouble, I say God is so good. In my time of trouble, oh, God is so good. In my time of trouble, Lord, you are so good. You know, my God is so good to me. And in my time of triumph, I say God is so good. In my time of triumph, I say God is so good. In my time of triumph, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Every day, in every way, God is so good. Come on now. Every day, in every way, God is so good. When I take the time to praise His Spirit, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Let's do it one more time. I got up this morning. I got up this morning saying, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so, my God is so, my God is so good to me. And the choir is here this morning. Are you singing with me? I hope you are. So I just want to say that the talk for today, and a lot of this talk is going to be music, y'all, because that's what I do, and I'm going to do a bunch of it today, is called Rising Up, when the infinite power of love shines a light in the midst of what appears to be the darkest hour and renews our hope, our resilience, and our strength. So I love this quote from Rumi that says, if everything around you seems dark, look again. You may be the light. You may be the light. And with that, another song. And again, feel free to sing along. And some of those who have been in the choir with me in the past over several years, I just feel like I can hear your voices. And if you haven't, guess what? You are today. Have you ever been there, where it seems there's no way through? And nobody's listening. No matter what you do, have you ever been lost in a darkness with no end? Well, I have, and that's just where you begin again. To shine the light. Sing it with me. Shine the light. Shine the light. Come on. It is always the right time to shine the light. Oh, yes, it is. I don't know when a brighter tomorrow is ever gonna come, but when we shine the light, it is bigger than the sun. Oh, you know it is. Come on, let's walk together with the searchlights of our souls, leading us forward, with the truth gonna make us all whole. So everybody around this whole wide world, come on, shine, shine the light. Oh, shine, shine the light. Even when you're all alone and worried, shine, shine the light. It is always the right time to shine your light. I believe in my heart, it is always the right time to shine your light. Oh. So may we all shine that light today, wherever you are in your corner of the world. So here's one of my favorite quotes by Eric Butterworth. It says, "Easter is not a passport to another world. It is a quality of perception for this one. It's not just a day when we recall how Jesus rose from the dead. It is a time to take a new look at ourselves and contemplate the divinity that is in us, the depths of our own innate God potential, the divinity that is in us. It's a time to reappraise the principle that makes all overcoming possible." And I love that he says, all overcoming, even in the darkest hour. And what an incredible look at the meaning of Easter, when Jesus, the man, became Christ, the consciousness, and was literally able to overcome that and become an inspiration for thousands of years later. And still today we look at the divinity within ourselves because of that. So what inspires us to do our own rising? How do we do that? How do we do that? Sometimes we can look at examples of others. And many times, especially in spring, the time that we celebrate Easter and the rising, is nature and what we see around us. So one of the symbols that is used for Easter for a myriad of reasons, and we all know what many of those reasons are little eggs and baby chicks. We think, oh, how sweet, and they look so... they don't look like they're very mighty and strong, like they're overcoming anything. But the truth is, in the physical reality, baby chicks are very mighty. After 17 days of incubation beneath the mother hen, the chicks start to peep. They make a little bitty sound, and the mother hen can hear this sound, and she will begin to become more attentive to the eggs. She turns her attention to the eggs that she has been keeping warm for 17 days, and she'll start turning them, and then she'll stop that turning when she hears that peep. And she's turned them several times a day ever since the brood began. The other thing she does when she can hear the little signal that there's life in there, she begins to peck little holes in the rounded ends of the shells to let more air in for the babies to breathe while they're hatching. So we don't do these things by ourselves. We call out and say, I'm here. We say, this is starting a process for me. I may not understand it, but I could use some help. And then by the 21st day, so 4 days after this, the eggs are already beginning to hatch. So here's how the chick gets out of that egg. It just doesn't pop out. It's so mighty that it has these little, what they call egg teeth, that are small, sharp points on the tip of the baby's beak. And those break off after they've hatched. And they break a larger hole in the shell. Their mother has started the process. And the baby ratchets her body around the interior of that shell until she's completed a full circle of little peck marks. Full circle, y'all. After that, she pushes on that pecked area for hours until she's completely broken free. For hours. And that's a long, exhausting time. It's not easy to do this. It's exhausting, and you might see them slumped over and panting and looking listless after they've come out of that shell, or they've opened the shell. It's just part of the process. They'll be all wet and scrunched together, but they'll fluff up on their own within a few hours. So what we see is something tender and perhaps not very strong. We might see that in ourselves. Oh, we might send out our own little peeps, our signals that say, I'm here, I need help. So we're never alone. And one of the ways we know this is some of the feelings we're having right now about not being able to be in physical contact with others as much. Boy, I have never missed that as much as I do now. But I also know that this too shall pass. I also know that even if I'm letting out my little peeps and sounds like I'm doing here today, I sense your presence. I know that you're there with me. The story of Easter can be seen as a metaphor for coming out of the dark, the triumph of life over death, the spiritual over the physical, and hope over despair. We celebrate the power of love expressed through the resurrection. We recognize the Christ consciousness in each of us, in every single one of us. Unity's co-founder, Charles Fillmore, noted that Easter Day, the day of resurrection, is, quote, the awakening and raising to spiritual consciousness of every individual. And sometimes when we can hear that call coming out from others that say, I'm alive, I'm here, I need help. I think of this that Clarissa Pinkola Estes wrote. And she says, "My friends, do not lose heart. We were made for these times. Ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but of stretching out to mend the part of the world that is within our reach. Any small, calm thing that one soul can do to help another soul, to assist some portion of this poor suffering world, will help immensely. It is not given to us to know which acts or by whom will cause the critical mass to tip forward an enduring good. An enduring good." And I think that not only do we need each other now more than ever, we've always needed each other. And the Christ consciousness within us has always been there. The divinity, whatever you want to call it, we've never been separate from that, even though sometimes it may feel that way. So on this Easter morning, let us remember that we too can rise up. And we too can send out that signal that says, "I'm here. I could use your help." And this is a day of celebration, know that we can overcome even when it seems like our darkest hour. We have a beautiful example of that to think about today, of all days. In this sacred time, in this sacred place, we are not alone as we walk in grace. We are all walking. We are all walking. We are all just walking each other home. In this sacred time, in this sacred place, we are not alone as we walk in grace. We are all walking. We are all walking. We are all just walking each other home. So now we're going to prepare for a time of meditation. Let's take a deep breath together. Let's take another. And let's close our eyes and get comfortable wherever we are. And we begin to relax from the top of our head to the tip of our toes. And we roll our shoulders back and we let them release. And we feel all the muscles in our face relax. And we might feel a yawn coming on. Let's do that. And we feel our back stretch. Into our chair or wherever we are. And we feel our belly expand and relax. We feel our legs and our knees and our ankles and our feet relax, and we stretch our feet and feel release. And in our mind's eye, we look around and we see all our beloveds. All are well, whole, and complete. And we look at each one and we reach out our hand and we take theirs and ours. And then we go to the next and we take their hand in ours, and the next and the next, and we see we are surrounded by a big circle of beloveds. And we know that we are never alone. And we breathe. And we feel that divine spark, not only within ourselves, but reaching out to others. And then we see in our mind's eye, it reaches out to the whole planet, the beautiful planet that we live on. To those that are suffering, to those that feel alone. We send them that divine love. And we know that what blesses one blesses all, whether we can see it with our physical eyes or not. And we see that golden circle of impenetrable protection and love surrounding this world, protecting our minds and our bodies and our spirit souls. And as we slowly come back to our circle of beloveds, we look at each and every one. And we thank each and every one for their presence in our life. And we know we are all walking. We are all walking. We are all just walking each other home. And as we slowly, slowly come back to the room we're in, or if we're sitting feel such gratitude for the knowing that what blesses one blesses all. We are all just walking each other home when we slowly open our eyes, and we can still see those beloveds in our mind's eye on this beautiful Easter morning and every morning. And we know that one heart at a time, we lift each other up, including ourselves. So now we come to the time in our service that happens when we're in the building of Unity of Lawrence. But guess what? We are the building together. The church is really just the people. And I welcome all those church members out there, and I welcome anybody who is here for the first time. We're so glad you've joined us this morning. We're so very glad. Happy Easter to everybody. I want to mention that it's more important than ever to support Unity of Lawrence in a financial way, in a prayerful way, and in whatever gifts that you have, whether it's your time, whether it is finances, whether it is your prayers, or a combination of all those things. Those are needed and those are welcomed. And you can make an online donation by going to unityoflawrence.org. unityoflawrence.org if you would like to support the Unity of Lawrence team. And I'm so grateful to that team for inviting me to be with you on this very special day. It's a special day for me too. So I'm hoping that while you are going to unityoflawrence.org, or while you are sending your love and energy to us, I'm going to play a song that some of you know. The choir knows this song, the congregation knows this song, and it's fun and easy, and I want us to have a great time. So feel like if you want to get up and move around, if you want to sing, whatever that is, this is for you. Here we go. One heart at a time, we lift each other up. Oh yeah. One heart at a time, oh, we lift each other up. One day at a time, we lift each other up. Oh yes we do. One day at a time, oh, we lift each other up. And one step at a time, one step at a time, we lift each other up. Can you feel it? One step at a time, oh, we lift each other up. Yeah. And we go up and into the dream of how we really want to live. Let's go up and into the world of our own creation. Come on, lift each other up. One vision at a time, we lift each other up. Oh yes we do. One vision at a time, we lift each other up. One thought at a time, we lift each other up. Yeah. Just one thought at a time, we lift each other up. We go up and into the dream of how we day at a time, one step at a time, we lift each other up. Oh, yes, we do. Woo! All right. So let's end this time together with the peace song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Okay. And again, we know that we're all together. So sing along if you'd like to. Oh, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Oh, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. We say our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Happy Easter, everybody. Be well.